I've worked the night shift at a roadside motel for almost 2 years. It's the kind of place people stop at when they're too tired to keep driving, or when they don't want to be seen. Nothing ever really happens here. At least, that's what I used to believe. The motel has 3 floors. Most guests stay on the first or second. The third floor is older, quieter, and there's one room up there that we never rent out. Room 312. It's been marked as out of service since before I started working here. No one ever explained why. Whenever I asked, my manager would just say, "Don't worry about it." So I didn't, until last Thursday night. It was just after 2:10 a.m. when a man walked into the lobby, tall, thin, wearing a dark jacket that looked too heavy for the weather. He didn't say hello. He just stood there, staring at the counter. I asked how I could help him. "I need a room," he said. I pulled up the system and told him we had plenty available. First floor. Second floor. He shook his head. "I want the third floor." That should have been my first warning. I hesitated and told him the third floor wasn't open. He looked at me then. Really looked at me. "Room 312, he said. "I already booked it." My stomach tightened. I checked the system again. There were no reservations for that room. There hadn't been any in years. "I'm sorry," I said. "That room isn't available." The man leaned closer to the counter. "Yes," he said calmly. "It is." I don't know why, but I checked one more time. And this time, room 312 was there. Active, paid in full, checked in at 2:02 a.m. My name was listed as the employee who approved it. My hand started to shake. I didn't remember doing that. I gave him the key. I still don't know why. He took it without another word and walked toward the stairs. Not the elevator, the stairs. The rest of the night felt wrong. The lobby was too quiet. No cars passed on the highway. The security cameras kept flickering. At 3:17 a.m., the phone rang. It was a call from the third floor, from room 312. I stared at the screen until it stopped ringing. A few minutes later, it rang again. I answered. All I could hear was breathing, slow, wet, too close to the receiver. "Hello?" I said. The breathing stopped. Then a voice whispered, "I'm still here." The line went dead. I grabbed the master key and told myself I was just tired, that I was imagining things. The third floor hallway smelled like old carpet and dust. The lights flickered as I walked. Room 312 was at the end of the hall. The door was slightly open. I knocked. No answer. I pushed the door open. The room was empty. No luggage, no clothes. No signs anyone had ever been there. The bed was perfectly made, except for the bathroom mirror. Written in steam, as if someone had just finished a shower, were the words, "You gave me the key." I backed out of the room and locked the door. When I returned to the lobby, the system showed room 312 is vacant again. No guest, no payment, no record. At 6 a.m., my manager arrived. I told him everything. He didn't look surprised. He just sighed and said, "That's why we don't rent that room." I asked him who the man was. He told me that 10 years ago, a guest died in room 312. Heart attack, alone. But the strange part wasn't how he died. It was that guest kept reporting phone calls from that room, even when it was empty. I quit that morning, but here's the part that still keeps me awake. Last night, I checked my email. There was a receipt from the motel, time-stamped 2:02 a.m. for room 312. Checked in.